Hey everyone, I am Teresa and Kate has asked me to talk to you about Facebook parties. So I just wanted to quickly touch on four specific things. Just four. The first one being how to get bookings. The second one being hostess coaching. The third, working from a script. And fourth, online order forms. So how do I get bookings? First and foremost, I always touch base with my customers. So if you go to the workstation and click on contacts, there's a subheading in the contacts tab called last purchase, where if you click it, it sorts all of your contacts by order of last purchase date. It's kind of perfect. So I work from the bottom of the list up, so the oldest purchase date to the newest. And I just work my way through messaging my customers, asking them if they're interested in earning free and half price Scentsy. So when I message them, I always explain how easy it is for them to host a Facebook party. I do all of the work. All they have to do is invite their family and friends. And when I send this, I also attach an image of some sort, like a graphic that explains our hostess rewards, so they can see in detail what kind of sales they need to get what kind of free and half price products. So that's one way that I get bookings. And then another easy way to get bookings is to play games. So I did this a lot when I first started with my business, when I needed to kind of gain customers. I felt like I had already touched all my family and friends and I didn't really know where else to go. So I started playing games and they're really successful. One of my favorite games that I play is I post an image with, say, 12 warmers or nightlights. I prefer nightlights. So I posted an image of, say, 12 nightlights. And I say, game time. Hey, everyone, check out these awesome or beautiful, whatever adjective you want to use, nightlights below, and comment with your favorite. Then look out for a personal message from me. In that personal message, I write to them and say, hey, I see that you love Tilia. I will give Tilia to you completely free if you host a qualifying party with me. And then I go on to tell them what a qualifying party is, so there's no room for miscommunication. And then once the party's booked, if they're interested, then I use the perpetual party reward to get this nightlight for them half price. So I'm spending $12, but I don't mind spending $12 when I'm gaining a whole new network of people and I'm still making $48 in commission. So the commission on 200 PRV for a Canadian is $60 with the conversion rate. So 60 minus 12 is 48. So I'm still earning $48 and I'm touching a whole bunch of new people, new contacts for myself, new customers that I can follow up, new people that potentially might host parties for me. So to me, it's worth the $12. The next point is hostess coaching. So I think hostess coaching is so important. The more information that you're providing your host with, the more successful the party will be. So I like to give them guidelines. For example, I will tell my hostess to try and invite 50 people, no more, no less. 50 is still small enough that it feels intimate. It doesn't feel like they've added, 500 people from their friends list or everyone they know kind of thing. It feels personal still. And to keep with that personal feeling, I ask them to personally message each guest. So just reach out to them and say, hey, I'm having this party and I thought of you. I also get them to post something to their Facebook wall that says, I'm having a party. If anyone's interested, let me know. And if people start liking it, I have them message them as well. And I ask them to do that before they invite all of their guests. That way they can see who's actually interested on their own. And then, so on to the next point, working from a script. I think it's super easy and efficient to work from a script. So I always have used one since I first started with Facebook parties. It's so much easier to copy and paste something than it is to have to type up a whole new post while you're under the pressure of time. When we're having a party, whether it's an hour or it's a half an hour, time is always an issue. Time is the pressure. So if you look up the Facebook group called Facebook Parties Consultant Group, they have a ton of scripts you can follow. So I've always in the past used a 1-hour script, but in the last 2 weeks maybe, I've switched my script to a 30-minute script. So Kimberly Polito posted a 30-minute script in the Facebook Parties Consultant Group. And it's a great overview. So you're writing everything up yourself. So it's not like it's a script where you're just copying exactly what she's written and changing it to yourself. No, it's completely written by you. So it's just an overview. So it's fantastic. But within that script, there's also a page worth, or 2 pages actually, worth of hostess coaching tips. So it's really, even if you're not interested in the script, I would advise going and checking that out just to have a read through so that you can get a good idea on what you should do for hostess coaching. And my last point is about online order forms. So I just started implementing this as well. And I find that I think it's going to be something integral in my business. Like it's working out really, really well for me. So I created my Google form, or my online form through Google Forms. So Kimberly Polito again has a really awesome YouTube video that walks you through how to make one. So on this form, you are including you're requesting all of your customers, obviously contact information, so their name, address, phone number, email, all that kind of stuff. You're asking who the host is. You're asking obviously for their order. But then there's 2 things that are included in this online order form that I kind of sometimes would ask and sometimes I wouldn't. So I found these 2 things to be super, super helpful already, and it's only been, like I said, I've had 4 parties. So I've only used it with 3. So 3 parties in 2 weeks. And I've found it really useful already. So the 2 questions that they're asking, that this form is asking the customers is, 1, are you interested in earning free and half-price Scentsy? Yes or no? So there you go. There's your leads for you. If you get some yeses, you know what you need to do. You need to talk to them about hosting. And then the second question is, how interested are you in selling Scentsy on a scale from 1 to 5? So you'll get a mix of answers in this. I've already received someone that said they were a 3. So to me, a 3 is a great number. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's somewhere in the middle. So this specific customer also said yes to hosting a party, or yes to being interested in earning free and half-price Scentsy. So I've already had a hosting conversation with her. She's a brand new customer, so she wants to try her products before she hosts a party, but she's definitely interested. I'm sure she'll love her products. Who doesn't? So once she books a party, fingers crossed that she does, if it's successful, then I'll ask her if she wants to flip her party. Like I'll try to flip her into a consultant. So I just find that because those are on the form, it's forcing my hand and forcing me to ask questions that sometimes I would remember to ask and sometimes I wouldn't. Like when you're having a party and you're trying to put orders in as quickly as you can, sometimes these questions fall to the wayside. Not that they should be the important questions, but for me personally, I often would forget to ask them. So this forces me, and it's actually really, really helpful. Anyways, if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to post in the comments. I will post a link to Kimberly Polito's how-to for the Google form, and I'll post a link to the Facebook Parties Consultant Group, so I'm sure many of you are part of it already. It's got a ton of members in it. But I'll post both of those to Kate's page. And yeah, if you have any questions, just post them below. Thanks, guys.